Star Wars reference. Ow. Made and made by those who praise control the population. Everyone's been there, and I don't mean on vacation. Firstborn unicorn. Of course, I've born. Dream of California. So. Okay, alright, let's get started, boss. It is a Monday. Oh, we go. That works. That one. You. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and enjoy. It is a Mother's Day, man. What does that mean? It means that someone out there really respected their mother. Or something like that. And America went with the idea, which is a good idea, right? It's kind of okay. It's rough now, but believe it or not, back then, the whole goal or the whole idea or the dream was to buy housing so you can find yourself a wife, and then that wife would be cool with hanging out with your family, and then that would be a unit. But somewhere along the lines, not that slow, I guess. Equality, right? Equality kicked in, and well, here we are, equals, paying equal amounts for the equal share of the equal people. And if that sounds right, well, I guess it's time to dance. All right, let's go with them. She says she's no good with words, but I'm worse. Better start a joke and a romance. Didn't stuck to my tongue. Big down with words, too over dramatic. Tonight just can't get much worse, but no one should ever feel like I'm 2 quarters and a half down, and I don't want to forget how your voice sounds. These words all I have, so I write them. I need them, just get by. Dance, dance, we're falling apart to halftime. Dance, dance, and these are the lives you love to lead. Dance, this is the way they love. If they knew how misery loved me. You always fall just before you found out that that's Alaska restaurant, and it only said that mistaken. And I'm 2 quarters and a half down, and I don't want to forget how your voice sounds. These words all I have, so I write them, and I need them just to get by. Why don't you show me a little bit of spite you've been saving for this bad trip? Falling apart to halftime, and these are the lives you love to lead. Dance, this is the way they love. If they knew how misery loved me. Don't you show me a little bit of spite you've been saving for this mad trip. I only want to compete in the form of you crawling into bed with me. Dance, dance, we're falling apart to halftime. Dance, dance, when these are the lives you love to lead. Dance, this is the way they love. If they knew how misery loved me. Misery love me. Dance, 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 dance. Jesus, it's fucking hot in this room. Hey, that's California. And because of that, we are gonna go very well. Nice, smooth, quickly. Fortunately, this is the reality of what we're working with here, so I can't. So, with all that being said, strap in, loosen up, open a window, and let's jump into las noticias de la semana, muchachos. Let's go. Thank you. I think I put that thing there and here. But of course. Okay. All right. It's true. We're going there. It's hot. But what matters most is that we respect Tamagotchi, inducted into the 2025 Video Game Hall of Fame. That's right. Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, introduced this inductees to the Video Game Hall of Fame on Thursday. This year indicates Tamagotchi 1996, as well as Defender 1998, GoldenEye 1997, and Quake 1996. So all these homies in the area. The nominees also for the year also include Frogger and Harvest Moon. Nice. Other nominees included Angry Birds, Call of Duty 4, and Age of Empires. Strong launched the World Video Game Hall of Fame in 2015. Hall's inaugural classic jumps were Pong, Pac-Man, Tetris, Super Mario, Doom, and World of Warcraft. 2016, we had a couple more with Legend of Zelda. 2017, Donkey Kong. 2018, Space Wars, all the way up to 2024, Resident Evil 1996, Ultima, SimCity, Myst, and Asteroids. The museum describes the selection process. Anyone may nominate a game to the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Final selections are made on the advice of journalists, scholars, and other individuals familiar with the industry of video games and the world society. The public can vote in any one of these candidates, and the public collectively act as one member of the voting committee. The museum's International Center for the History of Electronic Games and housing permanent display of blah blah blah. And it became revolutionary and houses many of the brilliant Smithsonian Library and Archive play. So that's cool. That is by our homies Adriana Hazra. All that really matters is that we got this little museum in Rochester, New York, right? And the point like where everything is getting deleted and erased, it's nice, right? One of my earliest memories is a Mega Man PET back when the Mega Man Battle Network or NT Warrior was a thing, and Bandai Namco brought a handheld PET that you can like almost like a Tamagotchi, but it was Mega Man in there. And just the packaging and everything that came with it is like one of those really small moments in time that even if you try to look for it now, that shit is overpriced. And if you find it perfect in box, oof, you better thank your lucky stars that it's on sale. So I guess there is a group out there that's like, you know what, let's just save everything that we can and don't even open it in package, complete in box, and we'll just save it for the history of the museum. And that's kind of cool, right? I think that is what collections of things should have been or are, right, in a big sense. But obviously, hoarding things is also a way to kind of monetize value out of it. And sometimes doing that means that you're going to inflate the system. Essentially saying that, like, because this Mega Man PET is so fucking rare and no one else has it and it is not being made currently, that I would have to go spelunking on eBay to find a good deal. So if that is something that really kind of pulls to you and calls to you and like, hey, you go back and check out the Tamagotchis, good times. Then I hope one day we can go down to New York and check that one out. But New York, man. Who else is new? The new Pope plays video games. That's true. In case you were living under a rock, or in case you didn't get to watch that cool movie called Conclave, it's very, very good. I highly recommend it. The first American Pope, Leo the 14th, right? 14th, might have better Wordle streak than you. Sheesh. This is over at Kotaku by Zach Swain. Gamer Pope. Yesterday, the world was introduced to the newest leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Leo the 14th, aka Robert Francis Prevost. He was elected after just 2 days and was born in Chicago, making him the first American Pope in history. Yeah. My cousin is from Chicago, so I feel very connected. He also is very likely to the first Pope to regularly play video games. Woo! On May 8th, shortly after Prevost was officially announced as the new Pope, NBC Chicago spoke to his older brother, John Prevost. I saw this. About how wild it is that your younger bro is not the Pope. The reporter asked him if he had spoken to his brother right before the conclave, the period of time where cardinals seal themselves away from the world and vote on a new Pope. Prevost confirmed he spoke to the future Pope right before conclave and described the conversation. First, we do Wordle, because this is a regular thing, okay? Then we do Words with Friends. Somebody keep his mind off life and the real world, said Prevost. Sure, Wordle and Words with Friends aren't as hardcore as, say, Doom the Dark Ages or Grand Theft Auto, but still, the Pope played and probably will continue to play Wordle and Words with Friends. That's a strange sentence to think about. While it's possible Pope Francis found time to muck about with his Wordle on his phone, the way the new Pope's brother talks about Wordle makes it sound like a common activity for Leo XIV. So I'll call him the first gamer Pope. Sure, why not? The new Pope brother also confirmed that Leo XIV watched the movie Conclave right before entering the actual conclave. Hey, what did I tell you guys? Good stuff. I asked him, did you watch the movie Conclave so you know how to behave? And he had just finished watching the movie Conclave, so he knew how to behave. So that kind of stuff, because I wanted to take his mind off it, you know, laugh about something. Cool. There you go. You had my heart. That's it. But yeah, man, that's kind of cool, man. I wouldn't say I'm a religious person. Granted, I freaking take the Lord's name in vain, and I'm gonna get smite sooner or later. But he knows I love him. So I would rather say that I'm more of a spiritual person, right? Religion is one of those things that, because it has so many rules in place, it does support a sense of control, but self-control, right? More than just more than just like forcing laws upon each other, I think there is a beauty to being able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna choose to not do this. I'm gonna choose to let this go. I'm gonna choose to, you know, like rise above this moment or whatever. And that is something that, yes, is inspired by religion. You know, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna do this for Jesus, but I also believe that making that choice to go, my life is important because we can do so much good in such a short amount of time if we choose to go for it. And having that kind of like mentality to push yourself to do something more and better, to work better, right? To kind of like adapt to yourself and understand yourself only comes from being spiritual. So I highly respect that the homeboy is out here flipping them fingers. So who knows? Maybe this will be something to kind of open things up. We all know how video games are being more and more absorbed by like Hollywood, and people are trying to like make money off of the scene. But it's nice to hear that this dude is like, nah, man, I just play Wordle because it's free. So hey, shout out Pope, respect, and Pope Leo. For those of us who not know, Sunset and I did the big guy. We did the episode 6 review of Fire Force, and we got a quick little scene of Leo. But every time that the popes become accepted to become the head pope, they have to choose their pope name, like a new name that like inspires their mindset of how they're gonna, what they're trying to do, or what their goal is, or what they believe their purpose as a pope is gonna be. And so choosing Leo the 14th is kind of referencing in Spanish it's called El León de Judá. I think that's the judge, the lion judge, or something like that. But it's the idea of a lion out there in savannas, protecting the Pride Land and like cleansing the lands of like evil doers and spirits. So this guy's on a fucking mission. And I'm excited, but we'll see because they use we'll see. There's a lot of things up in the air, you know. Drumpf was like, oh, we were only a little bit surprised. I was like, all right, sure, shut the fuck down. But we'll see, man, what this does for the future and how this impacts. And real talk, if they start putting a subscription on Wordle, you think this homie would be like, you know what, I gotta do something about this? Or not, because, you know, obviously they'll probably give it to him for free. So there you go. But hey, you know what else isn't free? Ideas. And Palworld releases new patch with changes in gliding. Confirms changes related to patent infringement laws. Right? This is by Joanna Cayenne. Pocket Pair released a patch over at Anime 5.5 for its Palworld game on Thursday. Along with the patch release, the company posted a statement regarding the patent infringement lawsuit it is facing and confirmed that recent changes in the game have been a result of ongoing litigation. Starting from a new patch, the gliding in the game will be performed using a glider instead of PALs. Wow. Requiring players to have a glider in their inventory. PALs in the player's team will still provide passive buffs while to gliding. Regarding the lawsuit, changes to Palworld in the future. We would like to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for the continued support of our friends for past from us. We apologize for not being able to share as much information as we would like to, but we trust Palworld. Pocket Bear stated that it's still involved in prolonging legal proceedings before the patent infringement lawsuit. The company added that they continues to dispute the patent infringement claims and assess the individuality of patents in question. This company had made compromise in order to avoid disruptions in development and distribution of our game. The company confirmed speculations changes and patches were made by ongoing litigations. In patch 3.11, ability to summon pals by throwing pal spheres was removed. Oh. And changes to static summon next to the player. Pocket Pair expressed its disappointment with the adjustment, but it determined that the change was necessary, as the alternative would have led to an even greater deterioration of the gameplay experience. Same goes with changes in patches 0.5. The company asked for players' understanding the change was necessary to prevent future disruptions in the game's development. Nintendo and Pokemon Company filed patent infringement lawsuits against Pocket Pair at the Tokyo District Court on September 18th. Nintendo and Pokemon Company are seeking injunction against the game and compensation for a portion of damages incurred between the data of registration of the patents and the date and filings of this lawsuit. Both companies are seeking 5 million yen, about $32,000, plus late payment damages for compensation. The first target patent number 7545191 relates to relates to aiming a Pokemon towards a character. In other words, it refers to aiming a Pokeball at Pokemon to initiate combat. Second patent involves catching a character, specifically creature, in a field setting. The third relevant patent is patent blah blah blah. It centers around riding on creatures. Pocket Pair debuted its Pal World multiplayer survival game in January 2014 as a stream early access and reached 25 minutes. What the fuck is your problem? The game launched on macOS for March 4th. Games update is launched to allow players to form platforms, connect and play with others, blah blah blah. Sony Music Computer in Japan and a subsidiary Aniplex along with Pocket Pair established a new joint venture named Pal World Entertainment in July 2024. Wow. Crafted and signed licensing agreement with Pocket Pair IP, intellectual property expanded to mobile platform. Okay. So that's where we're at with this whole news of Sony suing Pocket World. Question: did they deserve it? Did they earn the hammer, ban hammer? Because no, okay. I don't think it's cool to like just fucking like absorb all the ideas, like. Because what are we saying here? Then you can never create a game where a Pokeball like will summon a Pokemon? Is that really what we're saying? That Pokemon owns the idea to summon animals, but from a ball? Like, what if you had a Digivice and you click the button and then the animal appeared, but then you wouldn't be throwing a ball, I guess. But what if you threw a rock? And that rock was a crystal that held like your spiritual summon or whatever. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much you could still do with ideas, and I feel like it's so stupid for someone to be like, no, that's our money idea. Oh, and then start suing about like for this bullshit. But I mean, that's kind of where we're at with the situation, where these video games are kind of just like getting out of hand, especially when it comes to the AAA space of like. I almost feel like they're so fucking butthurt about like losing money that they're doing everything possible to not lose money, obviously. But in that aspect, they're fucking just like losing people. I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's real talk. They deadass were like, oh, we're just gonna make a Pokemon like it and we're gonna sell it, and that's what freaking really caused all the bullshit. I'm not saying Nintendo has the right to fucking copyright all this shit, but at the same time, like, if you're gonna be a stupid dumbass and you're not gonna put in the effort like that, you're gonna get hammer banned. So like, it's just one of those things. But I guess that is what the industry has been for a while now, right? People copying each other and fucking like trying to make things better, which help create innovation and help create inspiration and help make people create new things. But when you put shit like this on it, why would they try? You know? And if you're saying that, obviously that's exactly what Nintendo wants. At the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It's all bad. It's all bad. But don't worry, it gets worse. This is going to be a fun episode, by the way, in case you didn't know. GTA 6 delay has reportedly led to chaos at other studios and publishers. This is by Zach Swain over at Kotaku. It's true. They've delayed. Big fucking surprise, right? And every one of those dumbasses were like, oof, we're going to stay away from Grand Theft Auto's launch date. Well, look at them now. Anyways, they can probably push it up if they really wanted to, but we'll see. A new report indicates that the recent delay of Grand Theft Auto 6, now scheduled to launch in May 2026, has had a big impact across the gaming industry as studios and publishers try to plan their next moves, fearing or hoping that Rockstar Games might push the release date back again for what is almost guaranteed to be one of the most successful video games in history. Last week, Rockstar Games announced that GTA 6 would arrive in late 2025 as previously announced. Nice. Instead, the open-world sequel to one of the best-selling video games of all time, 5, would launch on May 26, 2026. Many fans weren't happy about the delay, but Rockstar was able to win them back with a massive new trailer, over 70 screenshots. Meanwhile, a lot of publishers and developers working on big games had just had a wrench thrown in their plans. On May 9th, Bloomberg report multiple devs anonymously talked about how the teams making some of the games that published their releases back internally would avoid GTA 6 are now hoping the game doesn't slip again into late 2026 to screw up their plans all over again. Others are hoping to delay so that they can push their own in-development games back to 2027 and get more time. One developer working on a big multiplayer game told Bloomberg Jason Schreier that they had previously delayed their game from fall 2026 to spring 2026. It was mostly done because the title needed more time, but it was also done to avoid GTA 6. Now they're in a tough spot. Delaying again would be very expensive and make it harder for the game to be profitable. But not delaying and landing right next to GTA 6 could be a disaster. Open World, the sequel is like to suck up oxygen in a room. However, the feared GTA 6 gets delayed again, meaning that if they move their release to the window, avoid it, they might land right next to it with no option to escape. Bloomberg reports that in the meeting happenings in major publishing studios across the industry, business analysts are trying to figure out if Rockstar's big sequel will revive or to get delayed again. This will affect current in-game developments and another factor in GTA Online mode, which might launch later. 2033, follow the blah, blah, blah. That could prove to be a huge problem for an online game that avoids the initial launch but still gets devoured by GTA 6's multiplayer mode. We know of at least one specific game, Battlefield, that has changed its release plans since the delay of GTA 6. Is now aiming for sometime before March 2026. The CEO's companies told investors that he believed that the window is clearer than it was before for a new Battlefield game since the delay. That is true. That is true. That right there, that's big brain moves right there. That is, get that man the same amount that he's getting paid. He's already getting overpaid. But yes, that's a move right there. But, okay. So that's what we're looking at right now. I'm going to tell you one thing. I haven't even seen this trailer now. Yeah, I know they dropped it, but let's go for it. Probably gonna be copyrighted. Can you hear that? Son of a bitch. The audio system. Price. You get sniped by lightning. Something about beer. Well, I mean, okay. What makes GTA the big juggernaut that everyone says it is? Because, like, I'll be real with you. I grew up with San Andreas. But something about that kind of like style and game didn't really vibe with me. Like, I just didn't feel the need to go around blasting people who, like, you know, it's a sandbox and it was cool and it was impressive and I was like, whoa, this is what games can be. This is like Spider-Man, but like, you know, you're running around in a car and you're shooting and stuff. You could do all these things, and obviously we did the thing where like we would try to challenge each other to see how many stars we could all get and how long it could last and all that stuff. But like while that was fun, it just really didn't feel like what I was looking for in video games, right? And maybe that's just because I never played the San Andreas story like that. I believe that was before I actually owned a PS2. We would go over to the homie's house or the neighbor's house, and we would play PS2 games. He was the homie that actually introduced me to Naruto. Whoa, way back in the days. Had me a little CD, a burnt CD, and he's like, "Here, plug this into your computer and just chill out for a bit." And that was the Naruto v Sasuke fight. But anyways, so that was cool, and but I never really understood why GTA is so like what's the word? Committed or admired or like I understand it now more than ever as like someone who's into game development and like what it takes to create these worlds and all this stuff. But specifically speaking from GTA 5, right? We did a playthrough a couple years ago. You're free to watch that. It's a PS5 playthrough, so it's gonna look clean. If you're interested, go check that out. Pero I think right now what's kind of interesting is the storyline. I'm seeing like a pretty intense storyline in this game, and then maybe that's what people want to feel. I think specifically right now where we're at and how we're kind of feeling about things, that setting this in Miami kind of makes us like go like let's look at the root of the problem, quote unquote. But at the same time, it's just very, we don't know. We don't know what the ramifications of this game landing and pissing, like, not pissing people off, but like placing a certain mindset in people's minds in this time and period of where things are not going well. You understand what I'm saying? I come from a place where that is the norm. It hasn't always been easy. But if we're going in that direction, it's not that hard for me to see these things slip into our day-to-day lives. And that's kind of the crutch of everything, that when this happens, why is everyone so excited? Sure, it's GTA. Sure, it has a number 6 on it. Sure, it's Rockstar. You know, we like how their development team has done things. But it's still GTA. So maybe that's it. Maybe GTAs have released with the pop culture in a way that, because of the radio, because of just the landscape, or like the places that you play in, it gave the people like a way to reflect on their own lives, as it were, in, say, the Vegas or San Andres, or apparently now Miami, Los Santos for all you Latinos in Los Angeles. But if that is the thing and we're all just waiting for that, I don't know, man. I am very interested into narrative. That is my shtick, narrative stories, and I'm pretty sure this story is going to have a pretty damn good story. I feel like the setup between these two characters can go pretty far. So I guess it will sell like a mother. But we'll see. We're in an interesting place with games, and whether this sells, it will sell. But I think the question that is on my mind is, will it be worth it? Is all this hype and all these companies stepping away from this, like if it was a big bad wolf or some shit, like stepping away from this, is it worth it? Is it really that much? Or is it like, is everybody waiting for GTA 6 to be the savior of video games? Or can we accept that maybe things aren't the best that they are right now, and there's always room for better, right? Name doesn't carry everything, but Rockstar being Rockstar does hold a certain candle, and I will respect that for what they have done and how far they've put in the work. But again, when this launches, it will be a question of, does it work? Are the people happy? And if they bump this shit up to like 100 or whatever they want to charge for it, what will the people be there for it? It's interesting. Just like one man has been there for us all. Ethan Hunt. Just kidding. Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible star Tom Cruise, director Christopher McQuarrie pose at the Ghibli Museum. This is by Kenny Kura Gross over Anime News. Their mission, should I choose to substitute? Mission Impossible franchise official Japanese Instagram account shared a photo of Tom Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie posing with a giant Totoro plush at the Ghibli Museum on Wednesday. The museum itself subsequently posted the photo. Nice. Cute. Cruise, McQuarrie, and several Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning's cast members were in Japan for the worldwide premiere of the film on May 6th. According to the film's Japanese website, the event took place at Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office, and featured a special Uikyo woodblock print of an art film. Oh, nice. Tokyo Governor Yuriko Hyoike was also in attendance at the premiere to announce the opening of Mission Impossible Fine Reckoning red carpet event. The governor and Cruz were able to meet up during the event and shook hands on stage. Cute. Cruz and McQuarrie also had a chance to meet with Godzilla -1 writer and director Takashi Yamazaki. I did see this picture. At Shibuya Sky Observation Deck, overlooking Tokyo's famed Shibuya Scramble Crossing intersection. That's good. The Final Reckoning is the 8th film in the Mission Impossible film franchise and the sequel to 2023's Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. The Final Reckoning will open in Japan and the United States on May 23rd. Although the theaters in Japan will have an advanced screen from May 17th, 2022. Wow. This is not Cruz and McQuarrie's first joint foray into Japan. McQuarrie co-wrote the Cruz's Edge of Tomorrow film, really? Based on Hiroki Sukarazaka's light novel, All You Need Is Kill. Separately, Cruz starred in The Last Samurai with Ken Watanabe, while Skydance Media hired McQuarrie to co-write and direct a planned live-action Hollywood film adaptation of Star Blazers, Space Battleship Yamato anime. Nice. Yes, Doritos. Why Tom Cruise? Let me tell you, man. This guy is the first weeaboo. Daro? The Last Samurai is literally the first weeaboo. And I'm just like, whoa, this guy. And I think ever since then, he really has liked the culture and the influence. And even this dude just being able to do like those All You Need Is Kill adaptations, which I still need to see, to be honest. But I feel like I've seen also in his movies, like Tom Cruise's movies, do have that touch of, I want to say the Japanese influence, like the culture almost. Like it has a very like Top Gun. When you finish Top Gun, it feels like hype anime moments. And then when you're watching like Mission Impossible, I think that feels like there's a couple of movies that like just felt, or a couple of scenes in Mission Impossible feel like they're straight out of anime moments. And that's all because I feel like this guy really is a big fan of the medium and just Japan, the medium and everything that goes with it. But he's just so cool, man. He's just so fucking cool. He keeps it under wraps. And I think that's what makes him very like one of the coolest dudes out there. I've never seen Cruise out in the wild, but man, you put your life on the line to do stunts and you do the thing, you know? And you live your life and you're like, you know what? It's time to go visit the Totoro Museum. So, hey, if I'm ever so lucky as to be as blessed as Tom Cruise, I would love to jump off planes. But blessings can always be a disguise. So, Sony's newest PlayStation studio is made up of Destiny and Fortnite vets, taking a multiplayer Frog Time game. It's by Ethan Gotch over at Kotaku. Team LFG. A new team has joined the ranks of PlayStation's first-party studios, alongside Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, Harsh Marquee, and others. Now sits Team LFG. Let's fucking go! You know that's what they were saying. A group of ex-Bungie developers working on a mysterious Frog-type multiplayer project. I have a lot of questions too. Okay, Ethan, let's ask them. PlayStation Studios head Herman Holtz announced the latest addition to his portfolio over this PlayStation blog and post that was conspicuously light on actual information, including who actually works at the new studio. Team LFG originated at Bungie, but Holtz also rallied developers from across the industry to bring to life an ambitious incubation project that I'm very excited about. Quote, he wrote, quote, the studio is now fully formed and ready to be introduced to the world. Wow. Headquarters in Bellevue, Washington, Team LFS builds itself as a multiplayer-centric studio, working on making not just games, but entire virtual hangouts. Wow. We will make immersive multiplayer worlds propelled by action games that players can learn, play, and master for countless hours. We want to build our games with our communities, inviting players to be part of the development process. The early access playtest, an anonymous statement from Team reads, made up of developers from working with Destiny, Halo, League of Legends, Fortnite, Roblox, and Rec Room. Team LFG's first project is described as a team-based action game that draws inspiration from fighting games, platformers, mobiles, life sims, and then frog-type games. That goes to call the world players inhabit it will be lighthearted and comedic, and overall aesthetic, mythic, and science fantasy. Sounds like it's amazing to be kind of vibrant mismatch you expect to say from Blizzard. The only thing that really sticks out from this frog-type descriptor, the term has been puzzling Bungie fans for years. Ever since it was first mentioned in a hiring post back in 2023. Team LFG was spun out of Bungie's last summer and amid mass layoffs at the studio, as Sony took more direct control of the company behind Destiny 2, which it acquired for an eye-popping $3.6 billion in 2022. This game was called Project Gummy Bears at the time and was rumored to be a mix of elements from MOBAs, platformers, and live sims, combining them into a new sort of online multiplayer experience. Crap. I have no idea why it's called Frog Type, though tight moment-to-moment game feel has always been core to Bungie's DNA. Destiny 2 has proven to developers that they are masters of first-person travels, and from double jumps and blinking to satisfy boosters, thrusters, and gliding, maybe Team LFG's first game will wrap that all into an MMO-like experience where just hanging out in the world, spending money in it, is as much part of the experience as completing objectives. She's gonna sue me. Alright. So that's that. Dragon's Play. Fuck it, let's go with the beats. I'm in.
Wait a minute.
Don't wait. Don't speak. So yes, we're here. We're introducing this new team, a frog-based multiplayer game. Let's see what we can learn. Let's see what we can learn from this, okay?
You know,
Rainbow Frog.
excuse me,
Let's fucking go.
a damn fine cup of coffee.
Alright, here we go. Please, guy. Let your beat speak for you, homie. I'm gonna get copyrighted. Well, my first thought is Frogger. Frog type multiplayer project. What is it? Frog type. So frog jumps, a frog leaps, a frog evolutionizes. Like, you know, it starts as a tadpole, ends up as a frog. What are they fucking talking about? Mysterious frog type. Maybe just like a type of evolutionary type of game, or like, are you literally talking about Frogger and jumping, like jump? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I think it's cool. Bungie, and anybody else that they want to bring aboard sounds exciting. The only thing that gets me, honestly, is that it feels like we don't know what the plan is. Because if Sony has invested a buttload of money into like making live action games, and they've been not great, or they've not been hitting as much as they want, what is this supposed to be aside from an MMO?
Oh man, that is the sponge.
My brain like jumps to stuff like Zenless Zone Zero, where you have like a cool little hub area, and like you have dailies and you stuff to do. Obviously, that's my go-to. That's my fucking drug of choice. And seeing how these people are gonna try to like get into that landscape, or what does that even mean, man? Like multiplayer, meaning that you have to play with the game, your friends, meaning that you can do some Fortnite stuff. Fortnite, frog jumping. They're making Fall Guys. They're making a frog version of Fall Guys. Huh. All right. Well, maybe that's the right direction to go. Make it free. Number one. It's your first fucking game. Just make it free. I get you're gonna fucking lose money on this shit, but dude, look at what's fucking happening right now. You're not doing any better than it. Get some action going, you know. Make people go like, oh yeah, it's a dumb little fun Fall Guys clone, but you know what? This has heart to it. This has something that's kind of funny. Oh, I'm invested. Oh, I like this team. I like this development style. I like who these people are. I am excited for what comes next. And then you can think about charging them like simple, man. $40, $20. It's a multiplayer game, dude. You're gonna sell more if your friend convinces their friend to buy a fucking game, and it's gonna be a lot harder to fucking convince your friend to buy a $80 game over a $40, $20, $30 game. So like, you gotta think about these things too, man. You're either trying to like do something cool, or you're trying to just profit. And I'm telling you right now, we're not looking to profit, but we'll see. Because this is a kind of fun one. We be profiting, bro. JoJo Bizarre Adventure inspired model Anton Mason outfit to Met Gala. He, Anton Mason, has a dream. This is by Kenny Kurgras. On Monday, American actor, model, and dancer Alton Mason appeared at the Met Gala. In an outfit inspired by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure's Golden Wind's main character, Giorno Giovanna. Mason confirmed that his outfit inspiration with American fashion outlet Teen Vogue, saying, quote, I have a favorite anime. Let me try it again. I have a favorite anime. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and this is an ode to it. Giorno Giovanna has a cutout, so I decided to include that. Nice. Naked eye. Look at him go. Look at him go. Cute. The Met Gala took place at the Metropolitan Museum of Art of New York on May 5th. The dress code for the evening was Tailor for You, in support of the Met Spring Exhibition, which shares the gala's theme of superfine, tailoring black styles, celebrating the history of black dandyism. Dandy. Space dandy. That's cool. I mean, obviously, dude, it'd be stupid to say that anime is niche. I think this more than proves anime is not fucking niche anymore. The days of fucking people getting bullied in the library for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is way past this. They don't need my help anymore. The football jocks will leave them alone now. But what matters is what we do with that inspiration, right? You could be fucking Tom Cruise and you can be like, yo man, I'm gonna make Akira. Or I'm gonna make a kill die repeat, right? Or you can be, I don't know, you can be this guy and be like, you know man, my favorite character, Giorno Giovanna, let's fucking rep that shit. Dope. And you can do that. You can be cool. Or you can be a fucking asshole and make Borderlands the movie. Yes? Because not even Gearbox's boss knows what Borderlands 4's price will be. Dipshit. Ignorance. This is by Ethan Gatch over at Kotaku. Borderlands 4 is now just a few months away, and if it's anything like previous games in the Little Shooter series, it will be one of the top-selling blockbusters of 2025. But how much will it cost? Publisher 2K tried to undercut the competition or match it as some new players creep up to this $80 this year. Gearbox Entertainment CEO Randy Pitchford says, even he doesn't know. That's because you're a dumbass. Quote, we're going to have a price set soon, end quote. He told fans at the Borderlands 4 past Geeks panel on Friday. GameSpot reports, quote, it might be the new price that the Nintendo and Microsoft will lay with. It might be that we say back it's going to be the people at the publishing house to decide that. We'll know soon. I think it's going to be fine. Whatever the price is, it's worth it, end quote. Dipshit. Pitchford added to the upcoming sequel with features of no Vault Hunters. Pitchford, sorry. Boxes and maps and loading screens. Ability to drop on as part of the mix and management. Different universe manufacturers had more twice the budget. Borderlands 3, which was released back in 2020, from last generation on consoles. Wow. 4 is coming at unusual time for game pricings. We only usually see hikes when jumping from one console to cycles to another. This time around, however, we've seen the pressure from ballooning developing budgets to trade towards bumping up price for most premium releases. Cart World is $80. Microsoft has hinted that the next Call of Duty will be as well. Meanwhile, some of the top-rated games of 2025, like Clair Obscur, are only $50. And that's the case with Mafia, the old country as well. Another 2K published premium game that is being positioned by the company as a more focused cinematic release. It will, quote, provide a linear, highly polished narrative experience that can easily complement the other more persistent games our players also love to engage with more consistent basis. Okay? Seems unlikely that Borderlands 4 would drop that low, though. Though we could surprise everyone by sticking to the predecessor last-gen price point of $60, an $80 price point seems more likely. Though Pitchford said that while he wants his team to get paid and to be able to invest that money to future projects, he also wants as many people as possible to pick up and play the game. And I'm sure that regardless of the base price, there will be 100, even 120 deluxe edition. They want some super fans out there. There you go. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know. Pitchford told the audience at PAX East. The truth is, it's hard to see from Twitch streams whether his nose started growing after he said that. That's the truth. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, They know. You have a range. You have the numbers. You have people who have already ran the numbers. It's not that fucking hard to do math in the year of 2025 with a fucking supercomputer completed by Microsoft. Okay? You fucking know. The idea is that they don't want to fucking like... They want the money, obviously. Everybody wants the money. But right now, you're in a fucking battle for your soul of, am I really going to be the person? And I get it. You're going to pay your fucking people. But dog, you know better. You know better. If this is what we're heading into, is this is the direction that we're going to, I've already stated that I'm not going to be there. I'm not there for these fucking $80 games that are just going to be out there trying to like, oh, we're gonna make another one after this, we're gonna make another one after this, and another one after that. No, dude, just fucking make your story, say what you gotta say, charge me a decent ass price, and I will be there. But if you're gonna be stupid and you're gonna try to do this shit and you're gonna fucking make a movie that's like not even like inspired, like literally shovelware as a movie, then now you're fucking up my movie entertainment, and that pisses me off. So, no, Mr. fucking guy who was like called out by every one of his female members for being a fucking prick and predatory practices. Fuck off. Step down. But we'll see. Borderlands 4, people buy that shit. I didn't know people actually like Borderlands. I thought it was just one of those things that like had stupid jokes. So like all the freaking inebriated people would be out there playing that. But hey, it's a best-selling game. So we'll see. Nintendo president concerned about potential impacts of U.S. tariffs on Switch 2 demand. If prices of daily necessities like food increase, then people will have less money to spend on consoles. No fucking shit. Very right, Townsend. Wow, look at that over at IGN. Nintendo just released its financial results for 2025 fiscal year, April-March, in an accompanying online press conference on May 8th. Nintendo President Shutaro Fukawa shed more light on the company's high expectations for Switch 2, as well as the obstacles that could impede from its success, including U.S. tariffs. As the June 5th launch date approaches, demand for Switch 2 continues to boom, with Nintendo's official pre-order lotteries being massively oversubscribed, especially in Japan. Nintendo is working to strengthen the production to meet demand, and they are forecasting Switch 2 hardware sales of 15 million units and software sales of 45 million units worldwide in the year 2026 fiscal year. Not only that, but the Japanese game giant is hoping that the Switch 2 launch effect will boost overall sales of FY in trillion yen, approximately blah blah blah, profits in yen, blah blah blah. Nobody cares. However, Furukawa's speech revealed concerns about U.S. market and future profitability of the Switch 2. As a next-gen console with extra features and improvements over the original, Switch 2's console is more expensive than its predecessor. Quote, unit sales are high, price is high. There are corresponding hurdles. However, we are aiming for the launch on par with this first Switch, said Furukawa. As quoted in the Yomiuri Shimbun, Switch 1 sold 15.05 million units in the first year, while Switch 2 is forecast to shift that at least 15 million units. These corresponding hurdles include worries about the US, which has been Nintendo's biggest market for Switch 1. President Furukawa raised concerns about the possible impacts of Trump's tariffs on the Switch 2, American people's spending power. In the online press conference, Furukawa stated that the tariff policy will impact Nintendo's profits by tens of billions of yen. He added, if prices of daily necessities like food increase because of tariffs, then people have less money to spend on game consoles. If we were to adjust the price for Switch 2 in response to the tariffs, this could decrease on demand, or this could decrease demand. Yep. Quote, we have made this forecast based on the assumption that tariffs on Japan, Vietnam, and Cambodia will be 10%, and tariffs in China will be 145%, said Furukawa. He noted that Switch hardware for the North American market is primarily made in Vietnam. While some Nintendo products, including Sushi and Amiibo, are made from China, Nintendo expects tariffs will mainly affect hardware, and assuming the physical software will not be affected until the fall under tariffs. But Nintendo's policy is based on I'm very bored. Nintendo Switch pre-orders went live on April 24th with the price of consoles $665 fun theme. So as expect me on Nintendo should warriors for consumers to play Switch 2 pre-orders. The Nintendo store saying that the release date delivery is not guaranteed, very high demand. There you go. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because there is at least 5 people out there in the fucking universe who will be like, oh, if I sell 10 of these Switches, I can buy myself a car or something like that, you know, like breakfast or some shit like that. So that's the unfortunate state of things, that even in a price increase, fucking scalpers are just seeing more money. Yes? So, I mean, I'm not sure how we got here. I feel like it's always been a thing. The internet just made it more easier for those people who are like so fucking focused on just making profit from other people without even putting the effort like that. And that it skewed everything. It's fucked up everything. I'll never fucking forget this one fucking dumbass from Miami, Florida. Yes, I fucking said it. Who was like, oh, I make my living off of selling on Amazon. What do? Oh, I buy products from Amazon. Then I sell them back to Amazon and people buy it on a higher price from me. And I'm paying for all my shit. I was like, bro. I'm not even going to explain it. Because you either fucking know math or you don't know math. And you'll be here fucking just bumping that shit up. And it's like, who the fuck wants you to live in Miami? But there you are, just trying to fucking make it happen by sucking it out of everybody else's. And if you want the fucking example, that's the fucking example that we're at. So, like, dudes, seriously, learn some fucking restraint, damn it. Fuck. Because Sony, Bandai Namco jointly invest 10 billion yen in a web AI company, Gaudi. It was by Joanna Kamen over at the Anime News Network. Aim to develop Japanese IP globally. Sony Group Corporation and Bandai Namco, you know, Elden Ring and fucking PlayStation, announced on Thursday that they have jointly invested 10 billion yen, about 69 million, that makes sense, in the Tokyo-based Web3 and AI company Gaudi, to begin a single strategic entertainment and technology partnership. The partnership among the three companies will focus on 5 themes. 1. Promote initiatives to expand Japanese IP, intellectual property to global market, and maximize its value. Wow, no fucking surprise. Through Sony subsidiaries, Crunchyroll, Gaudi subsidiaries, My Anime List, and Bandai's IPs, related products and services. The fuck? Enrich creation, encouraging continuous creation, and nurture next generation creators Japanese IP. Combine the three companies' data assets to use for creating personalized entertainment experiences. Build a safe blockchain ecosystem for fans and creators by utilizing Sony's public blockchain Soanium and Gaudi's tokenomics design and auction design knowledge. Well, I guess we're just there. That's all there is now. Create new entertainment experiences with Bandai Namco, and Gaudi pushes onto the research, development, and application of generative AI. Established in 2018, Gaudi uses blockchains and generative AI in its aim to create what it terms as fan notations, or online venues where fans can connect and express their fandom. Godly operates the Godly FanLink platform, a blockchain and NFT-focused fan platform, which includes Sony Music Group, Bandai Namco, Sanrio, Aniplex, Suisha, Toho, and Comic Smart Incorporated. As its partners, Gaudi also operates with the Gaudi Financial Labs company, which also focuses on proving Web3-based financial services. Wow, it's providing Web3-based financial services, including NFTs and cryptocurrency partnerships. Jesus Christ. Ebook distributor Media Doe Holdings announced on March 26th that it has sold all of its shares in its anime database website My Anime List to Gaudi. The sale transfer took place on Wednesday. That just happened. Jesus. Okay. So that's where we're at. What does it mean? At the end of the day, what can we expect from something like this? Is it just more commercials in your fucking Crunchyroll? Is it more monetization, or like is it more like, you know how Kojima was like stuck at Konami for years, like basically like a fucking slave, or what is it called, like a prisoner working at Metal Gear 5, even though they were like restricting him from communicating with the outside world. It was that bad. Is that what we're fucking going here for here? Like just monetization, keeping everything under one umbrella and being like, no, we're the only Japanese people here. No, we're the only which one? Yeah. we're the only Japanese people here. You know what I mean? So it's really weird, man. And then Sony just being fucking Sony is pissing me off at this point, because you need to understand that Sony doesn't sell things anymore. The Walkman, DVDs, TVs, sound systems, all that shit exists, right? But their money right now is from fucking making money off of everyone else. And these guys are providing the fucking camera sensors to your iPhone. Every iPhone that is bought sends money to Sony because of the cameras. And that's just the beginning. Now you're telling me that they want to fucking make an AI and they want to start making blockchains so they can have a fucking service to have people make more blockchains. Can anyone tell me what the status quo is on blockchains? Because the only thing that these people, that's PlayStation has been doing with the fucking those type of things, is giving you those dumb little character pieces that you can use on your PlayStation app. You're collecting basically like stickers or whatever. And that is that. That is one of those stupid thingies that we're selling out there. So like, what is the point, man? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna focus on? Making anime blockchains and like, you know, it's so dumb, man. It's so fucking shitty. Just the fact that they have everything already done, and then they keep on fucking copyrighting me for fucking playing the Strokes. Fuck them. I hate Sony. I keep on getting copyrighted for playing Strokes, and it's just fucking Sony being a little bitch about it. Fuck, man. It all sucks. I hate it. So there's that. Jesus fucking Christ. But hey, if you want to save yourself, so stupid. If you want to save yourself some fucking Fortnite bucks, some fucking V-Bucks, it's true. Fans get 20% cash back if they bypass PlayStation and Apple app stores. This is by Ethan Gatch over at Kotaku. Because at the end of the day, when people are making money off of each other, you best believe they're going to start getting booty tickled. And what happens when all this starts breaking down? Epic Games is taking victory lap after a recent core win by asking Apple to put Fortnite back on the App Store and giving players bonus V-Bucks if they bypass iPhone's makers' fees and buy directly from the Epic's Game Store. It's the start of potential revolution on the App Store. It could also have big consequences for PlayStation and Xbox, which also earns commissions on in-game microtransactions. Yep. See, Apple, Sony, and Microsoft take a cut up to 30% of everything you buy through their storefronts. So if you decide to buy Darth Jar Jar on PS5, Sony gets a cut of that. Even though the cosmetics and battle passes and other content are available whenever you play Fortnite thanks to cross-platform. Damn it, they already took my money. But if you buy on Epic Games Store, the Fortnite maker gets all that money. To incentivize people buying there, it's going to start giving even more cash back on its in-game currencies, purchased directly from Epic Games Store. Starting today, when you make a purchase in Fortnite, Rocket League, and Fall buys using the Epic's payment system globally on PC, iOS, and Android, you'll get 20% back in Epic rewards. And the company has announced for Friday, you can spend your rewards in Fortnite and other games, or in the Epic Games Store when you use the Epic payment system. These 20% rewards in Epic Games are here to stay, end quote. Alongside that, new policy is a similar but temporary 20% cashback bonus on all Epic Games Store purchases, including from third parties, that runs until August 31st. So if you buy, say, Claire Skirt, you'll get $50. You'll get 10 back to spend on other stuff. Holy shit. Epic is apparently feeling a bit generous after the federal judge recently ruled against Apple, forcing it to allow app makers to link directly to the web stores through the iPhone apps. Apple is supposed to comply even while it's appealing. In the meantime, Epic's ongoing feud with the App Store is netting everyone else some extra bonus rewards. Hell yeah. Wow. I don't believe it. This is good news. Oh, fuck. Okay. For the longest time, right? This has been their money-making strategy. PlayStation is probably the worst in the quote unquote the gaming circle. Nice. Sorry, I got to my back. And it's not cool, man. It's pretty fucking lame. It really is. Because I get it. We're using your service. We're using your PSN. But again, that time is running out. I think it's stupid. I think everything that has been happening recently is dumb as balls. And I'm pretty close to being ready to just walking away from everything. And pretending that like none of this exists, right? Because fuck it, at the end of the day, if they don't want the money, if they don't want my presence there, then why the fuck am I gonna drop money on shit that like it's not gonna be worth it? And we're getting to that point where this shit ain't worth it anymore. So when Epic Games, obviously this fucking big ass conglomerate that has all this money and all this stuff, is willing to take a step back and be like, nah, fuck this shit. Why give them the money when we can give it to the people playing our fucking games? That right there, that is how we fix all this shit. Stop being fucking greedy. Stop being like, oh, where's my 30%? Where's my 30%? And be like, there's fucking people out there who are debating whether to fucking buy a banana or to fucking buy one bullshit fucking Nintendo game card shit that doesn't even have the fucking game on it. Yes, they're in an extremely wealthy position. They're in an extremely open position to be like, oh, we're Epic. We have all this fucking money. We're making more games. We're producing more stuff on Unreal Engine. Let's give back. That's the fucking shit we need right now. Thank you, Epic. Thank you, fucking Epic. You're fucking doing something that no man has done before. And I'm proud of you. Jesus Christ. Your mother loves you very, very much. And your mother and I love you very, very much. Because there'll always be a fucking asshole on the other side waiting. Quote, greed truly has no bounds. GeoGuessr's Steam edition has already racked up thousands of overwhelmingly negative reviews. This is by George Forrester over at The Gamer. GeoGuessr's long-awaited Steam edition launched early in access a few days ago. It's already being slammed by thousands of negative reviews due to its bizarre monetization. No matter how long you've spent on the internet or how much of a gamer you are, there's a very good chance that you've heard of even played a bit of GeoGuessr. I've heard of it. The concept is purposeful, fully very simple, with players being shown a random destination and then having to guess where on Earth, literally, they are. Cute. GeoGuessr has become a bit of a phenomenon since the original browser version launched, with tons of people giving it a try, and even creating their own spin-offs based on the gaming series like GTA and Skyrim. Even with the browser release being so easy to access, tons of people have still been waiting patiently for a proper Steam version, which now seems like a wish from a monkey's paw. That's not how we do things here on Steam. Just a few days ago, GeoGuessr Steam Edition launched in early access, giving players the chance to jump in and give a dedicated Steam release a try and hope that it's good enough to stop everyone from constantly hopping into the browser version. Fortunately, it seems that's not the case at all, which is made very clear by the reviews. As of the time of writing, GeoGuessr Steam Edition has been met with an overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. Thanks, 80 level. What? With more than 1,900 of the total 2,284 reviews not recommending the game. Only 364 of the reviews are positive, and players making their thoughts very clear on the community hub and the reviews themselves. Quote, how can they possibly mess up something as simple as GeoGuessr? Quote, I hear you crying. Well, the answer is very simple, and pretty much what you'd expect. Monetization. Players can access the lowest rank of competitive gameplay for free, and access any higher levels costs a subscription fee of $250 a month? Son of a bitch. That's right, you'll need a subscription to play GeoGuessr on Steam for some reason. What is Nemo Buzz? Subscription to play GeoGuessr? Come on, man. So stupid. Not only is this a price point of bizarre game that you literally look how fucking stupid, fucking stupid, man. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate fucking. Oh, the World Cup. Oh, we need to guess where the fuck we are. Jesus fucking Christ, it's not that fucking serious. Can't fucking make money off of like stupid ass shit. Yes, you can, but why would you? Not only is this a price bizarre game that you can literally just hop in a similar browser to play for free. For the Steam view reviews indicate that this means that loss of ending up repeating themselves unless you pay for the fee. As reviews make clear, they are better far alternatives than having to shell out money for a more bloated version. The developers have tried to smooth things over by giving them free access to those with the unlimited yearly subscription from the web version, but it's not doing much to quell the anger. It's yet another nail in the coffin for the browser game that works so well because of its simplistic and friendly concept. So there's that. It's like I get it, man. Don't let me be an asshole and be like, oh, you shouldn't be able to enjoy people fucking competing like, oh, where am I? Oh, shit, that's Moscow. Like that sounds kind of interesting, fun too, actually. But seriously, trying to like fucking make it like a competitive fucking like if it was the fucking like Olympics, you know what I mean? Like Jesus Christ, dog. It's not that fucking serious. You can calm the fuck down. Fuck. You can now use Apple Pay. I forgot I put some. So going back, 30% of revenue from whatever you buy. How bad is it? They're starting to eat each other out. Because you can now use Apple Pay to buy games on your PS5. PS5 users can now buy games in the PlayStation Store using a new payment method, Apple Pay. You can use Apple Pay in the browser or via the mobile app already, but now the method joins on other console options, like using a safe credit card, debit card, and PayPal. As reported by 9to5 Mac, you may now see a new option for Apple Pay available at checkout. It's using the QR code style method that Apple introduced on iOS 18 last year, and also lets you buy things on third-party browsers like Chrome. The PlayStation support page for using Apple Pay has more information on which regions it works in, which includes the US. Once you settle your game you want your PS5, choose Apple Pay and then scan the code on the TV screen with your iPhone iOS and pull up the checkout screen unless you confirm the transaction. And if you're an Apple Card user, it means your PS5 purchases are good for 2% cash back as well. It says also Apple Pay may come to PS4 consoles as well as the future software update. Okay. I'll explain this one because it's actually a little bit of a doozy. Let's take a step back, okay? Epic wins the lawsuit against Apple and stating that Apple no longer has to like force them to pay them money. Yes? Sony provides cameras for Apple. They are in bed. So now you're telling me that they have both decided that they will share revenue. For what? Combat Epic? Question mark? This is interesting because in order for this to happen, I think I get it. In order for this to happen, you need to have your phone's camera, which is provided by Sony. So Sony is by there securing their future with Apple phones by saying, okay, we'll let you do this, but we signed a contract where we can keep on making your cameras. So we'll keep on profiting off of the iPhone launches. That's it. That's business. Yes, it is stupid. That's all there is to it. Because Nintendo revises user agreement, and if you break it, Nintendo reserves the right to break your Switch. So stupid. This is by Vivi Blake over at IGN. Nintendo has tightened its user agreements, revising the terms and conditions, which is a tough stance on players who hack their Switch console, run emulators, or any other such unauthorized use. As spotted by GameFile, emails have gone out to players confirming the company has, quote, updated Nintendo account agreement and Nintendo account privacy policy. The new rules suspending all previous versions and applying to all existing and new Nintendo accounts to users of May 7th. According to the GameFile's report, there's been around 100 changes between the existing agreement and the revised ones. Till May 6th, players agree that they are not allowed to lease, rent, license, publish, copy, modify, adapt, translate, reverse engineer, decompile, disassemble any portion of Nintendo account services without Nintendo's written consent, or unless otherwise expressed permanently by applicable law. Wait a minute, you can't fucking open up your Switch? Damn it. However, that section has been significantly lengthened in the US and now reads, without limitation. Wow. You may not publish, copy, all these stuff, bypass Nintendo. Damn it. As pointed out by Nintendo Life, this is different again in the UK, which players are agreeing that any digital product registered. An example of it. Okay. While Nintendo has clarified what unusable means, exactly the wording suggests Nintendo now reserves the right to break your console if it thinks that you've broken its rules. Changes to the private policy now also stress that Nintendo may listen to Switch users' online chats in order to support a safe and family-friendly online environment and to detect violations of Nintendo account agreement and use of harmful illegal interactions. What? That's bullshit. The more I hear about this console, the more I don't want it. The changes likely reflect some of Nintendo's recent frustrations, such as the high-profile piracy cases, as well as the next month's launch of the highly anticipated Nintendo Switch 2, which is set to be on June 5th. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders went live on April 24th, with the pricing still fixed at $555. Okay, and that's that. But it's just so the whole idea is that they will no longer allow people to pirate games, period, right? But my question is, do you need to be logged into the Sony account to do that? Or because I'll let you in on a little secret. Today, this very morning, I had to update my Nintendo Switch because those stupid ass fucking digital game files are like basically DRMing everything now. So I don't know. This whole situation. It's going to be normalized because it's quote unquote simple enough, but it's such bullshit about everything that's going underneath, right? And at the end of the day, like it's just not worth it, man. I don't know what this industry's gonna do. Man, this industry is just gonna have to figure things out for themselves, and I don't feel excited. I don't feel like any of this is worth it anymore. So we'll have to wait and see what is all gonna happen, because there is a future where this thing sells and it's gonna sell up the ass, and they're gonna be inspired to do even more bullshit. But you know, that's what the people want. That's what the people are gonna get. Because fandom blows up Giant Bomb. It's by Ethan Gotch. Quick second. Giant Bomb, interesting group of people. I wouldn't say I'm like they're diehards or anything like that, but I respect anyone out there who's trying to do something good for the better of the people. And I've seen those guys do good stuff, to try to do something that's like for them, and I respect that. You know, they haven't always been like the biggest person out there, but I think it's still cool when people try to at least try. And even now, the homie Grub is not stopping. He's still with his homies out there doing stuff. So like, number one, Godspeed. Number two, they don't deserve you. So let's keep on going. Giant Bomb's future is uncertain following the showdown with parent company Fandom, which also owns GameSpot, editorial interferences. Creative director Dan Reichert announced on the recent livestream that he would no longer be appearing on the Game podcast, and co-host Jeff Grubb confirmed on social media on Thursday that he is no longer with the company. Giant Bomb content is currently on hold with Fandom and engages in strategic reset and realignment of our media brands, confirmed to Kotaku. Oh, well, that was a dream come true. Knew it wouldn't last though. Grubb, who joined Giant Bomb in 2022 after reshuffle that saw the departure of longtime host and co-founder Jeff Gerstmann, wrote on BlueSky. Quote, "Out of job at the moment, but always be doing game mess." Quote, He added refereeing podcast, which he co-hosts with GameSpeed Review, News Editor, and Game Bob contributor Mike Minotti. Needless to say, I will no longer be contributing to Giant Bob, Minotti wrote in a separate post. Nothing but love to all the wonderful people from there and GameSpot. Jeff was a workhorse and a hero for the way he shouldered so much responsibility there. And I am furious with the way the execs treated him. The news follows an ominous pause on Giant Bomb streams at the end of April, and a takedown of an episode of Giant Bomb Bombcast from YouTube this week, and a takedown from an episode of Giant Bombcast. Got it. After the host mocked apparent brand safety concerns recently foisted upon them by management and fandom. Brand safety. Then in a live stream on April 30th, Riker, a member of Giant Bomb between 2014 and 2022, who returned in 2022, announced that he would no longer be appearing on the show and had no interest in the fandom's visions for Giant Bomb's future. Quote, as you know, we've temporarily paused Giant Bomb live streaming, and that content is currently available on demand for an audience. Spokesperson for fandom told Kotaku in an email, quote, we understand this program being paused isn't ideal for an audience, but it's part of the strategic reset and realignment of our media brands. We have some creative ideas for the future of Giant Bomb that we're actively working on that we will communicate more about soon. There you go. What are you going to do? What are you exploring? What do you think is? What do you think it is you own, and what do you believe is left of it? Unless you can plainly, honestly answer all those questions to an audience, what are you talking at all? Why are you talking at all? The Weekend Company, whose business model is of monetizing free contributor pages with autoplay videos, ads, and the other intrusive website practices, had led many communities to depart its network. Purchased Giant Bomb and GameSpot in 2022. Less than a year later, it's initiated cuts from both sides. Fandom's ad business faced scrutiny following a 2024 analytics report that questioned the brand's safety of some of the content and the company. Brand safety and some of the content the company was running ads against across its user-generated wiki pages. The rest of the latest incarnation of Giant Bomb currently includes senior producer Jen Ochoa, general manager Jeff Bakar, and editors Tamor Hussein and Lucy James. It's unclear how we will remain amid the current fallout or what the future of the website, which hosts a long-running forum and annual Game of the Year list personalized across the gaming industry, will be. So, to the homies out there that were affected, obviously not cool, but honestly, dudes, you're better than this. You deserve better, and I know you'll find your spot. I know, like, the grub stuff is already taking off on YouTube, so, like, hey, if you got some free time, if you got a day to hang out, go check out Jeff Grubb's Game Mess, the Game Mess stuff, and see if you guys take a vibe with them. But yeah, dude, honestly, we've been seeing this happen in the games. Obviously, people have been laid off years ago, and then the news market is being more and more, I guess, controlled by the bigger companies. Like, if you really think about it, all PlayStation really has to do is put out a state of play, and all that marketing bullshit is already taken care of. Yes, they can still invest more in marketing investments, but like, the fact that the internet is already there and at everyone's fingertips makes these type of things harder to kind of appreciate. But what I think is most appreciative of the situation is that when you have people who are still speaking out of their hearts, out of their minds, and they're not just fucking corporate drones feeding you the shit that they want you to hear. Yes? So, with all that, you know, I respect the guys for being themselves, and hopefully that is a good person, right? Any person can just flip a switch and be an asshole for whatever reason. But for now, I think it's important that we appreciate the goodness while it's there, and hopefully we can use those moments to help inspire us to be better people, because we need that right now, man. In this generation, and how fucking predatory everybody is looking or working, and how disappointing this has all been for everybody, not just me, right? For everyone that's been laid off, for everybody who wanted to buy a Nintendo Switch on launch, for everybody who just wanted to fucking enjoy the fun that we've been having, to come to a point to be like, and this might be it. GTA is gonna drop. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, we can't do that." And that'll be it. Because there's no inspiration. There's no heart. There's no belief. You got fucking Bungie out there, like, imploding, and you got these fucking marathon games coming out, but like, they're just there to make money. And I'm not gonna be there for that. So we'll see. We'll be around, and like, just know that I love this industry, or I just love the world. I love the world, man. I'm constantly bombarded by the negativity of the universe, and I'm not Superman. I feel everything. But I think we still need to try. And for everyone out there who's scared, bothered, uncertain, nothing I can say can do anything to make you feel better. But I think just me being here and being the asshole that I need to be to make sense out of any of this, I think that's the least I can do. So for anyone out there who still believes, for anyone out there who really wants things to be all right, we have that power. It's our wallets that they're going after. And we have the control, we have the confidence, we have the right to say no. So I encourage it. Maybe you don't need the inflatable boat. Maybe you don't need those stupid expensive ass speakers. But if I can be real, the home theater system sounds way better now. Thank you. I think we will hit a point sooner than later. We're a country of consumers. America is a country of consumerism. And if we're finally at a point where everyone has to look around and be like, we should just buy the eggs and let go of the video games, that is depressing, because that shows that there is more of a wealth gap. And if people like Pokemon don't fucking understand what that means, the wealth gap has nothing to do with fucking gender, you dumbass piece of shit, then it's time we do something about it. Yes? It's our power. It's our word. It's our life. Let's live it. Thank you. And even better. Sing to make it better. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready to go home. I gotta go hang out with my mother. Well, I gotta clean up first. It's true. There's people out there that decided to give up a good chunk of their lives. I want to say about 20 years of their lives to help support, cater, and grow. And some might even argue that, like, that is the life that they chose. That is the life that they wanted. And I don't think there's any greater reward in life than looking at your offspring and knowing that things are going to be okay. That at the end of the night, they will have a bowl of cereal. That if they need something, not want, that will be provided. And if that is less and less of a reality, even I can't fix it. Not alone, at least. So, if you enjoyed that, if you thought it was cool, hey, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. I'm just one dude being an asshole on the internet, but I like to believe that my heart is at the right place, wherever that may lie. So, let's do one where the heart lies. Kinda. Once upon a time, not too long ago, Johnny used to work on the dumps. Union's been on strike, he's down on his luck, so tough, so tough. Gina was the diner all day. The union's been on strike, there's nothing to hope for love. Sorry. Oh, love. She says you gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we're ready or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Johnny's got his 6-string in hand. Now he's holding what he used to make it a talk. So tough, so tough. Gina dreams of running away. She cries in the night. Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we're wrong or not. We got each other, that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, whoa, we're halfway there. What's that? Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, you'll make it. I know. Oh, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Take a chance. Hold on to what we've got. We getting enough. You'll live what you got. We're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Whoa. Living on a prayer, take my hand to make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. I did not see that B flat. B flat, E flat, F. Oh, living on a prayer, halfway there. Whoa, fucking Jovi. Take my hand, yes, Chief. Take my hand, like that. That's E. That's an F. Take my hand. Nope. Take my hand. That's a flat. Anyways, moving on. Jesus Christ, Le Jovi. But I bet you guys didn't know this. I have a Mexican mother as well. So it's time. It's time. Also, I need to rework the freaking levels. Santo. Fucking fuck. No sabías cómo deseo. No sabes que hemos soñado. Vieras que me muero por tu amor y tu lavado. Si supieras que soy sincero, que todo soy derecho y no te daño. Si supieras lo que todo quiero, un día tanto hasta mis ojos, pero tú ya tienes otro. Y un tupío aburrido, un tonto que es exprimido, y eso no te pega a ti, no te va. Oye mi amor, no me digas que no, vamos juntando las almas. Oye mi amor, no me digas que no, vamos juntando los cuerpos. Como tú lo que lo quieras, como tú ya en el fondo. Contigo yo me perdería, contigo yo quiero todo, pero tú ya tienes otro. Un tipo frío aburrido, de un toque reprimido, eso no te pega a ti, no te va. No, 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 no. Oye mi amor, no me digas que no, vamos juntando las almas. Oye mi amor, no me digas que no, Vamos juntando las cuerpos. Mi amor, no me digas que no. Vamos juntando las almas. Oye, mi amor, no me digas que no. Vamos juntando los cuerpos. Viva Mexico. And it's time I get the fuck out of here. It's hot. But I'd like to thank you for being fun, being cool, helping me vibe out. But enjoyed all that. If you joined the Chino Mexico, then I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Go hug your mother. Even if she was not cool, be like, hey man, you tried. You fucked up, but you tried. I'll see you later. That's it. But until then, please like, comment, subscribe, have fun. Let me know what you think of the future of video gaming is. Oh man. Again, I think the reason I started this whole thing was because I understood that there was a lot of people out there that still weren't experiencing these stories, these games, these narratives, and I wanted to be there to help provide that, man. But there comes a point where it's not worth it. And thank God there are new indie developers who are starting to get into the position of like, no, we got our own shit to do. We can make our own games and we can do this better without the hassle of everyone behind us. But it's gonna be up to us to support them, to let people know that those type of games, that things that actually have something to say, to do, that aren't just there to fucking absorb every little bit of your assets, are what we're looking for. So that's you. You're ready for that. And if we can trust him, Harvey, then please join us on the next time. And I hope to see you again. But until then, yeah. Ate. Not get copyrighted by Mexico. Yeah.